We follow the story because we know that an issue is more than a headline. It shows where it all started and where we might be heading, how it all fits together, and why it all comes apart. We follow the story because the need to know never changes. We don't have all the answers, but keeping our eyes open keeps our minds open. We follow the story because we are part of the story.
Well, we're staying with this issue, but we're getting another perspective on it. Mr. Innocent Chukwuma joins us now. He is the regional head of the Ford Foundation. You're welcome to Sunrise Daily.
Thank you.
Well, here we are now looking at another bill to fund, well, it's not another bill per se, because there was no bill in the first instance to fund the police. What we did have before was some attempt by an individual, through, and some, private partnership to see what they could do. But right now, it would seem that lawmakers are taking this very seriously. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I will always support any effort that would bring more resources to the police, because I believe that the police is severely under-resourced. But the big question is whether this process would deliver that. But even before then, is for people, your viewers, to understand how we got into this acute situation of underfunding of the Nigerian police force. And I believe it dates back to year 2000. What happened in year 2000? When Obasanjo government came into power in 1999, it realized through representation by the then Minister of Police, General Jemmy Bewong, and the then Inspector General of Police, Alhaji Musliu Smith, that the police was under-resourced in terms of human resources. They had about 120,000 personnel at the time. And in fact, the annual report of the police in 1999 put the number as 118. Throughout 5 years of Abacha's regime, there was no recruitment. So they made representation that the police be allowed to recruit. But in doing that, they did an overkill. So the government approved a total recruitment of 200,000 personnel spread over 5 years at an average of 40,000 per year. But what the government that approved these numbers didn't do was to provide the necessary budget to accommodate this more than 100% increase. Because our budgeting process is historical, so they basically added 10 or 20% the following year and the spread. So 5 years down the line, we had over 250,000 police personnel, still using the same budget that was used by 118, because if you add the inflationary rate, that 10 to 20% basically took care of inflation for 118, and it has continued till then. So I agree that better resourcing, if it will come through this, but the thing it will not, because people forget that we have gone through this part before. The academics, through Academic Staff Union,